Hi, my name is Katya and I get f***ed over by all of my friends. Hey guys, it's Katya. I am back home because of coronavirus, but it's the perfect opportunity to film. So we all know I've had some friend troubles in the past. Thankfully, we left them all in 2019. But this particular story, it's been a year or more since it happened, so I feel like I can talk about it now. I honestly wasn't gonna tell this story, but then I heard she went to our old high school and told everyone, making me look bad. So I'm gonna tell you the real version. I started YouTube to document my life, and this is part of my life. So I'm gonna tell it. Before I tell you the story of a fake best friend, I have a few things I wanna say. First, I made a TikTok, and I made a TikTok recently about my bully, and it's kind of blowing up. So if you want to go see it, I think it's really funny, and follow me on TikTok. Next thing is I want to talk to you about a brand that you've seen a couple times before, Sipsby. I have their January box and their March box, so I'm going to show that to you now. If you don't know, Sipsby is a tea subscription box, so they come in this little box and they give you all these samples of tea. It's personalized, so it says my name, made for Katya, and then it says this is the January box. It has cranberry orange, Earl Grey, Moroccan mint, and Buddha's blend, and it actually comes with so much tea. Like, this is from one box. I think you get 4 of each one. So this is the Earl Grey one, and you get 4 of them. This is the cranberry orange, the Buddha's blend, and the Moroccan mint. And I feel like now is the perfect time to get this because we're all quarantined. What else are you gonna do than taste a bunch of different teas? In the March box, there is apricot sunrise, saffron chai tea, peach green, and vanilla nut. So this is the vanilla nut. I really like how they're very different from each other. Saffron chai, apricot sunrise, and peach green tea. So if you want to subscribe to the box, you can go to sipsby.com, and if you use code Katya5, you can get $5 off of your first box. But now for the story. So at the end of junior year of high school, I was realizing that my friend group was changing and I wasn't really changing with them, and I was kind of scared because those were the friends that I had built since freshman year. So I was like, who am I going to be friends with now? It was a really small high school, so like I already knew everyone. But through the musical we did, I became really close with this girl named Sasha. Sasha and I became close because of our mutual hatred of Medusa, my high school bully. Medusa was in love with Sasha's boyfriend, so she dated Sasha's ex-boyfriend to get back at her, and we were kind of like ranting about that because when Medusa found out that I was dating her ex, she started dating my ex-boyfriend. I put air quotes because it's not like boyfriend, but you get the point. Point is, we didn't like Medusa, so we became friends. We also became close because Sasha didn't really have a friend group either, so it would be her and her boyfriend and me and my boyfriend like formed another group, and we hung out all the time. Like, we even took a trip together. We were very close, and it was all fun and it was all chill and it was all drama free until senior year. Now, preface on Sasha: before senior year, she was shy. She didn't show off. She was humble. Like, she had all these really cool talents, but she didn't really push them on you. Like, you'd have to kind of discover them from being close to her. But I think something happened the summer before senior year, and it was like a switch just flipped in her. Like, I want to be seen. Like, I want people to know what I'm doing, which is fine because that's how I am. But like, it was from 0 to 100. The first thing I noticed was how competitive she became. In senior year, her and I co-ran a club, and at first it was really great. Like, it was a nice balance of power. We were like trading off responsibilities, but as the year progressed, it became more and more apparent that she wanted to be like the sole leader. She started wanting to do everything herself. She wanted to make all the decisions, which is like, I was kind of fine with, but I was like, why are you stressing yourself out? Like, I can help you. I've been helping you this whole year. I remember there was one time we had to make piano like practice tracks for the group, which takes a long time. You have to play each voice part on the piano all the way through, like the whole song. And she kept telling me she wanted to do it, but she was so busy with everything, like schoolwork. I was like, okay, but I can do it, like I can make them. She's like, no, I'll make them at lunch, I'll make them at lunch. So I let her, but at lunch I'm like seeing her not doing them. So I was like, I don't know, like she said she wanted to do it. I'm not trying to like step on her toes, you know, like I don't want to cause anything. So we get time for the meeting. Obviously they're not done. And she was like, where are the practice tracks? And I was like, you said 4 times that you wanted to do it yourself. Like I offered to help. She's like, well, you said you do it. Like in front of the whole club, like making me look bad. There was also this incident in choir where my teacher gave her and a younger girl a duet to do, like in the performance. And so my friend who was a senior was like, oh, this is our last year, like I want to just ask if we can do one. I was like, okay. So she asked the teacher if we can do another duet, like something completely separate from them. And my teacher was like, yeah, like I was gonna ask you anyway, like I was just looking for a song for you to do, but if you have a song in mind, like you can do it and you can pick whoever you want. So she picked me to sing with her. And when Sasha found out, she cried. She cried because I had a duet that didn't take anything away from her. And she doesn't even know this part, but I literally begged my teacher to not make me do the duet. I was like, no, I don't want to perform it. It's okay. Like you gave it to them first, even though it's 2 different songs. I was like, oh my God, I almost said my friend's name. I was like, my friend can do a solo. Like it's fine. I don't want her to be mad at me. And my teacher was like, Katya, like it's your senior year. Like do the duet with your friend. And she didn't know that because she told everyone that I basically went in there and demanded that I had a duet because I was jealous that I didn't get one. Like, I didn't even ask for this. I begged to not have it. Imagine, like, I wanted that duet, of course. I wanted it. Imagine being so, like, wary of your friendship and not wanting anything to ruin it that I literally asked my senior year to not have a featured role. Like I was just constantly trying to give up things to make this girl feel more secure, which is so wrong. But anyway, the worst case I'd say is when the musical came around senior year. She was so determined to get this lead role that she actually like stopped talking to me for months because she thought I was gonna get it. Like in her mind, I had already gotten the part, so she was already mad at me. So she stopped talking to me. And then neither of us got the lead role, and she got a better part than me actually, but she still wouldn't talk to me, and she was mad that she didn't get the lead role. But she was mad at me like I didn't give her the lead role, even though I didn't even get it, so I didn't even take it away from her. It's just so frustrating because of course I wanted it, but I was like, oh, she'd be really good. Like if she got it, then I'd be so happy for her because she's never had one before. But I just know if I had gotten it, she would just be so mad. And my best friend got the lead role, and what I didn't do is not stop talking to her. I literally would go backstage every day and tell her how proud I was that she got it. Anyway, I thought that after all of this, it would kind of die down because there was no more performances, there was nothing else except graduating and leaving, and I was like, oh, so when we graduate and go to different schools, we won't be competing anymore, because why would we? We're across the country from each other, like, it will be fine. So I go to college, and every time something cool happened, I would just Snapchat all my friends. Like I had streaks at the time, so I would send it as a streak, like, oh, like I got into this choir, oh, whatever. And she would do the same thing. But when I did it, she'd always reply to them saying that something she did that was cool. And when she sent it, I would always reply saying, oh my God, that's so cool, congrats. Do you see the difference? For example, one time I sent her like a little snippet, and everyone, a little snippet of this cover I did, and it was an Ariana Grande song. I was like really proud, even though it was really bad, but I was really proud of it because I hit like the little high notes. And she replied saying, oh, you brought your microphone to college too? Like, yeah, I brought mine too, and I just wrote and produced a song that's gonna star in a student film, haha. But I still say, oh, that's so cool. What's the song about? When did you write it? Like, what's the film about? Like, that's so cool. And like I said, I'm a very supportive friend, so I don't really care. But it's like every time I'd say something, she'd have to try to one-up it. And like, I was like, just don't reply. So when that kept happening, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna stop sending it because I think obviously she doesn't want to hear about it. So she can ask me if she wants to know, but I'm just gonna stop sending it to her. And because I stopped reaching out and like updating her, we stopped talking, but it wasn't really on bad terms, so we weren't officially like not friends until Thanksgiving break. Now, we had talked before. We were like, I can't wait to see you for Thanksgiving break. Like, we're gonna go to like parties and stuff. We're gonna have a Friendsgiving. It's gonna be so cute. Also, during Thanksgiving break, my boyfriend at the time had a birthday, so me and his mom planned this huge thing at like a recording studio so he could record his own song. Yes, I know, best girlfriend award, hello. And his mom was asking me, oh, like, get all the friends that play musical instruments and sing. And she named everyone except Sasha, who was really good friends with my boyfriend. And me, even though our friendship was fragile because of her, I was like, oh, let's bring Sasha. Like, I think she would love to be in a real recording studio because she likes to sing. I was like, she'd love that. So I invited Sasha and she comes and it's really awkward. She's like not really talking to me. I was like, it's fine. I guess she thinks we're like fighting. I don't know, really. So they tell her to play piano and me to do all the singing with him. But I was like, oh, but I bet Sasha really wants to do some of the harmonies and some of the singing because she wants to be in the recording booth because she was just outside on the piano. So I was like, maybe I can like help fix the friendship, like extend a branch, I don't freaking know, by letting her sing the harmonies with me because I did not have to. No one expected me to do that. It was like my thing. So I asked, I'm like, oh, you want to sing with me? Like, we can split the parts, cutting my shit in half. I was like, let's split the parts, let's write it together, whatever. So we did. She recorded it and she had so much fun. And we left kind of like fine. Like, we obviously weren't mad at each other, but I don't know where we stood until later in that week I saw on her Snapchat story my boyfriend, her boyfriend, and all of our friends at a Friendsgiving thing that we talked about that I was not invited to. So already hurt by that, right? I'm like, okay, we literally talked about this and then she just invited my boyfriend and all our friends and not me. Okay, but then in someone else's Snapchat, I saw her sitting on my boyfriend's lap. So extra hurt. So because of that, I officially stopped being friends with her. I didn't really tell her, but I was like, she's gotta know we're not friends anymore. We didn't speak. Then a month later was December and me and my boyfriend had broken up and I found out that they kissed on New Year's Eve. So because of this, I was in my feelings and I was so mad, I was so angry, and I just like wanted her to hear me without me having to reach out to her. So on YouTube, before I had any followers, I think I had 10 subscribers maybe, I made a video about all of my friends, but it wasn't, okay, like it wasn't mean, it wasn't disrespectful. I could have been so mean. It was kind of like, oh, this situation happened and then this is how I felt. Like, her segment in the video was literally like, oh, if your friend is constantly competing with you, like, it might not be right to be friends because that's really damaging to your mental health. Like, one time this girl got really mad because she wanted the lead role in a musical and like I didn't even get it, but she was very competitive with me, so we stopped being friends. And I just think that's really toxic. Like, that's how vague it was. That's how, like, oh, I just wanted to do it because I knew only they would know I was talking about them because I didn't say any names. And I thought they would be like, oh, I didn't know I was making her feel like this, so like let me reach out to her and let's have a conversation. Do you think that happened? No. No. Instead, she just unfollowed me on everything. I didn't really care because in my head I was like, oh, we're just not friends already, so I don't really care if you follow me on Instagram. But I didn't want her to like hate me because I knew we would still probably see each other because we were like, at the time we were kind of still in the same friend circles, and also if the high school ever hosted anything, like we'd both be there, which happened, and I'll get into that. So I texted her and I was like, hey, I don't want there to be any bad blood. I don't think we're good as friends. We just seem to compete a lot and I feel like that's very toxic and that's not really good for anyone's mind. The video wasn't meant to attack you, that's why it was vague. It was just me talking through my thoughts and like saying what I've learned from each friendship. But you're honestly so talented, so I hope that in the future you can like own that and know that for sure and feel secure and like have a great life. Like, honestly, wish you the best. When I showed that to my friends after I told them everything, they were like, why? They're like, why did you send that? That's too nice. You're too nice. I was like, I don't treat people like they treat me, that's why. And her reply to my paragraph was, you're petty. So I just didn't reply because I was like, honestly, first of all, I don't care because you did all this to me and you're mad? Okay. A couple months later, my old high school was having like their musical. So one of the girls still in high school was like, please come, like I want you to come, I want you to see me in it. So me, my friend, what did I call her? Sally. So me and my friend Sally and my guy friend were all going and planning to sit together and watch this musical. However, when we got there, the guy friend and Sasha were sitting together, which is totally fine. Like, I don't care. But I was like, oh, just have them like come sit with us. That's weird if we're not sitting together. Like, obviously we're friends. Like, just bring her down, I don't care. But they don't come sit with us, and I was like, okay, she probably doesn't want to. So during intermission, me and Sally go outside to talk to everyone, and I was like looking for my guy friend. I'm like, where is he? So I'm texting him and he's like, oh, Sasha won't let me come outside to talk to you. She's making me wait inside in the theater with her. I was like, what? She's making my friends not talk to me so she doesn't have to sit alone because she can't be in the same room as me after she did all that shit. Like, let's recap. She stops talking to me because of a role in a high school musical. After high school, when we were in different colleges across the country, she's still one-upping me and trying to compete with me, and even though I'm being so nice. She hosts a Friendsgiving with all my friends and my boyfriend, sits on his lap and doesn't invite me, and then on New Year's Eve kisses my ex-boyfriend. And she's mad. She's mad. Now, this is where I'm gonna start to look stupid, and I want you to know, I know I look stupid, I fully know. So 5 or 6 months later, I think I was in this place where I was like, I don't want any enemies, like I just want everyone to like me and be okay with me and be in the same room with me. Like, this is all high school drama because this is like after my first year of college. It's like nothing matters anymore. I just want everyone to be friends. But I don't like people for a reason. You always have to give me a reason not to like you. And apparently I forgot all the reasons during this time. So I was talking to my guy friend and I was like, should I just like call all my friends and just squash the beef? Because I'm tired. I can't do this anymore. He was like, yeah, I think that's a good idea. Like, you can't really go wrong with it. If they don't want to talk, that's their problem because you tried. And I was like, I guess. So I called Sasha and I was like, she didn't answer, obviously. So because she didn't answer, I sent her a text, and this is the exact text I sent her. The exact text. Tell me if this was like mean or anything. Hey Sasha, I know this is really random and I wanted to call, but I don't know your schedule or anything, so I'm gonna say it here. I've been thinking a lot and I realized that I don't want to hold on to all the negative parts of high school, because when doing that, I let it overshadow all the good memories. You are a part of a lot of good memories, so I wanted to say that I'm sorry for everything that happened between us and everything on my end. The video has been taken down because it shouldn't have been public in the first place. I should have told you how I was feeling, not a camera. And I know that doesn't change the fact that I posted it, but it's the only thing I can do at this point. I wanted you to know that there's no grudge or shit talking or bad feelings on my end. I'm not expecting anything, but I at least want us to be okay enough to be able to be in the same room together. And if you ever want to talk about everything, I want to too. And it's not going to be a huge fight or anything. But anyway, I wanted to say sorry, and I know we probably can't be like before, but I at least want us to be okay with each other. And she said, oh, I'm busy, I'll call you when I'm free. And that was a year ago. So I apologize for uploading a video about all the things she did to me, looking stupid like I did anything wrong. If you're watching this, I'm not sorry anymore. I uploaded a video that probably got 5 views, you and my other friends. And yeah, me posting a video about everything you've done to me doesn't overshadow everything you've done to me. Okay, you're just mad because I made it public because no one knew the shit you did to me. Like, if you're gonna do it to me, then don't be mad when I tell people, and don't go to my high school and say that I'm crazy. That's all. That's my rant. But yeah, this is why I don't make new friends. But yeah, that was a story of my fake best friend. If you want to see more, go ahead and like and subscribe to my channel. Follow me on TikTok because There's gonna be a lot of bully content on there because I guess that sells. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!